more of a part of the geo which has been given by the central government, that the separate zone for Andhra Pradesh would be considered. That is the language which is used, and there is a committee has been formed on that. And that committee, two railway people are there, and even some board people are involved, and they are working on that, because separation of a zone is not an easy job. It has to be, a lot of issues have to be considered before any consensus decision can be taken. And I think what Honorable MR has said about this, that a committee will be set up, so this would be one of the terms of reference when they look into these projects, and when they consider these pros and cons of forming a zone and all that. So no, not yet still. I mean, because if it had to happen, it would have come in the budget. But budget doesn't have anything about this new zone. But if we see the pink book, there is just a, as a token allotment of 5 crores for the wagon factory at Kazipet, because it's too early a stage. So that land acquisition has to be done. In fact, the day before yesterday, I had a talk with the collector Warangal, because before that we had met the Honorable Chief Minister KCR, and he also said that we should work on this direction. And still, the land which has been earmarked, it still has some encroachments and some bushes and shrubs and all that. So what we need is a clear land. So they'll have to do the clearances, and they have to give the land to us. Once South Central Railway gets the land, we'll be able to do the fencing of that land, and then give it to the project organization which is at Patna, because the project will be handled by this workshop organization at Patna, and they'll be executing the job. But land availability has to be first of all given by the state government, and taken over by South Central Railway, and earmarked and fenced and given to the project organization. That is the scheme, how it has to work. There's something around 125 acres land is required, and already those discussions have been done. But still the earmarking and other thing has to be done, which has not been done so far. Cost roughly around 150 crore is the cost. But after the land etc. is made available, then the plans will be made, then the detailed estimate will be made. So it's too early for that. First of all, the land availability and other things have to be clarified. Not very many. In fact, environment basically the Akola Khandwa is one project on South Central Railway which is facing some environmental issues, and there was one more, I suppose. But issue is not that there will be any effect. Basically, it's two-way prong. If monsoon is not there, then your the coal production and the other things etc. remains very normal. Otherwise, as last year it happened that there was flooding in the collieries, and that hampered the overall freight movement on South Central. So it is both ways. But yes, if it is if the monsoon is less, then probably fertilizer, the food grain movement etc. will be up, and that we are constantly in touch with the FCI people, and we will handle whatever traffic requirement comes that way. I can tell you, in the first 2.5 or rather 3 months, our operating ratio is roughly 80%. So we are improving quite a lot on that front. So our earnings are going up. We are presently loading roughly 400 plus wagons on a day-to-day basis. 400 wagons per day, almost on a day-to-day basis. So no, 400 wagons every day. Yeah. So volume in the sense that our overall, if we see, 17% roughly is the rise as far as the 12%. 12% as far as the loading is concerned, compared to last year. So 12% is a huge thing. If you see on the all India basis, it is roughly 5 to 6% in the country, against which we are doing roughly 12%. It's probably the highest. Total freight last year we have done 107.5 or something, 107.5 million tons. But this year we are planning to almost around 115 to 120 million tons, and I think we are doing fairly well as far as South Central Zone is concerned. The incremental traffic we are handling in a very efficient way. I can vouch for the good time, no doubt on that. देखिए MMTS phase 2 had little setback. Our CPM RVNL is sitting here. We lost almost 4-5 months because of the original bidder going back on this thing. And I would sincerely thank RVNL organization and their persuasion and the legal department, which ultimately went all out to see to it that the contract doesn't get abandoned and all that. They have been able to revive that contract, resurrect that, and now everything has been done. Legally also it has been okayed, and now it's a question of just taking off one day. I mean, so that is going to start. In fact, I had a very detailed discussion on this with the Honorable KCR, and he was also very much interested in this, that आप कैसे करेंगे, कहाँ तक करेंगे, and all that, etc. In fact, he has made it very clear on 2-3 issues. One on MMTS, and even for our additional terminals, which I proposed to him, that in addition to Secunderabad is totally congested. So any new trains, etc., if you want to start, you will not be able to start from Secunderabad. And my Secunderabad division DRM and his people have done a fairly good job in doing a survey of the entire area and even identifying 2 places. One is Molali on the east side and Nagalpalli on the west side, where we can plan some coaching terminals so that at least the outstation trains can be started from there and terminated there without disturbing Secunderabad as such. And you will be all surprised that Honorable Chief Minister was absolutely prompt. And he said that yes, whatever land is required will be given to you, and any additional land also required will be given to you, and based on land exchange basis, like in the sense that if a land is taken over from some owner, some good land or better land, in fact that's the word he used to the Principal Secretary, that a better land should be given to the person so that it's a win-win situation. Person is also happy whosoever land is taken. So all these things will come up now very fast. MMTS already he has also requested for 1 or 2 things, that Brahmanpalli, there is a place, he said that whether it can go to this place, and although even that also can be considered. So otherwise Chief Minister is very positive on that, and MMTS will take up now, will take off now. So the next time when we meet, you will not say this, that then take off. This making of a division or making of a zone is more it should be more based on the operational requirement. If they decide that Kazipet is to be made a division, yes, it can be carved out of some portion taking here and there and can be made into a division, and it can be justified or unjustified both ways. Justified because there are one diesel shared, electric shared, and some other it's a junction point, and all those things can be done. Shulapur, this Gulbarga has been made a division. So we suggested that if you have coaching terminals at Molali this side and at this Nagalpalli this side, we bring like Delhi Nizamuddin or like Delhi Anand Vihar and all, and then you can give connectivity with the MMTS for the people coming to the hinterland. You can have that sort of connectivity. So that is the suggestion we have there. Only thing which I have requested him is that if we do this, then we need to augment the MMTS services. Today we only have 10 rakes, we only do 121 services. We need to, and these are all 9-car rakes, we have to convert them into 12-car, we have to get additional rakes, and we have to get additional services. All that will have to be done, and all of you should know these rates which are there, they are on 50-50 cost sharing between Government of AP and the railways. So he was instantly in for it. In fact, the letter which this railway had written to board, he took a copy of that letter and he said, no, now leave it to me, I will pursue with the board. So I am very certain that also will come in his priority, and this will happen very fast. We'll get some additional MMTS rates so that we are able to augment the services. All the budget trains which are announced, they have to be, they have to be started within the year itself, within the financial year itself. I remember all the trains which were started last year were done, except that extension of that Nanded this thing, Latur getting extended and all that, which because of some other reasons, and board ultimately withdrew that. Otherwise, all the trains which were announced were started, and even the trains which have been announced in this year will be started in the current year. First of all, we have to make these double deckers fully occupied. And this double decker which is going from Kachiguda to Guntur, we want to take it to Vijayawada. That is the first thing I want to do. Otherwise, the production also has to be seen, you know. If it happens, we will be able to get maybe one or two. But presently there is no allotment for South Central Railway. Whatever was there, we have already done. First of all, land has to be made available by the state government. So that has not yet materialized, because the land is to be given free of cost by AP for this project. Only the good part is that the project is live and it has found a place in the pink book. That means yes, it will go through once the land is made available and the estimates are made. 20 crores have been sanctioned now, but you know, it is cost sharing basis, so almost additional 40 crores will be made available, so overall 60 crores will be available for the current year. And as Honorable CM has said that funds is not a limit, and he said for MMTS either land or funds, whatever thing is there, he said I am with you, it will be given by the state government. Only thing is they were also thanking us that and RVNL that the contract has been revived. Otherwise, you know, we would have had to wait for another 1 year for this thing to take up. So that way, yes, we have lost roughly 6 months on account of this unpleasant incidence of Balfour Beatty backing out. Also, I discussed with Honorable KCR, and he was very prompt there, because there two issues are involved. One is from Falaknuma, our MMTS are today running up to Falaknuma. Now from Falaknuma to Umdanagar, the track is single, so that track is to be doubled, it is to be electrified. So this is first requirement. And from Umdanagar to the airport, this alignment, the entire land acquisition and other thing has to be done, so that your your MMTS services can enter into the airport. This also has been taken very positively by Honorable CM, and I think we'll be able to go through. And in fact, when I gave him the example that even in Mumbai, we don't have airport connectivity with EMU trains, where we run roughly around 80 lakhs passengers. So he took a paper and he was writing 80 lakhs, and he said, is it really 80 lakhs? And I said, yes, it is 80 lakhs. So he was happy that yes, let us make a beginning and we can take our MMTS into airport. And I think it will happen because he has taken it up it will give a very good boost to the Twin Cities that way. I need that the MMTS should go right into the airport, otherwise there is no logic. I can't accept that my MMTS commuter will go from here by an MMTS and then get down somewhere, then a bus will come, he will put his luggage in the bus and then he goes to the airport. This is not done, not workable. You go internationally anywhere, you take your baggage, as soon as you get out of the EMU, you have a trolley in front of you and you can straight away go to the check-in point. That has to be the concept. So this has to be worked that way. So even that alignment in the airport also, land availability and other things have to be seen. And I understand there was some issue about the approach and all that. We have live examples. You go to Charles de Gaulle Airport, there is a runway, and below runway you have a road where the vehicles are coming inside the airport. So all these things are possible. Only it's a question of deciding what alignment you want, what is the passenger scenario you want. So not an issue that way. Because you know, this was one issue. Whenever you talk to it, I have been seeing a lot of presentations in the ZTV and all that, and most of them have been saying koi suraksha nahi hai and all that. So it's not so if we see the way. But the concern has already been made, and that is how this step of 4,000 additional RPF lady constables has come up. The Telangana and AP getting partition, there is a lot of competition between the two states. So it will be a win-win situation for both the states, and I think both will prosper very fast. Thank you.